Hello my friends, Pedro Bomfim here. I had recently watched some Fantasy Gate arts, like this amazing art from Phase Runner or this one by crafting visuals, and I have decided to take my shot at this. But instead of making the front shot focusing on the door, I'll make an inside look to focus on what is inside that Fantasy Gate. And I will of course use the Lord of the Rings as my principal reference. Let's do it. I started with a 3D blockout to serve as a base for the rest of the scene. Don't need to be anything fancy, just something to guide you. Then I painted the roof because it was too grainy and I planned to put some overlay later. For the left wall I used color matte. It's a great tool to test your ideas faster. And then used curves and color balance to make it a little better. Time for that overlay I talked about. Just some rock texture and then curves to make it darker as it gets closer to us. Put another wall image in there and change the door to something more interesting. I found this cool looking pillar, so I duplicated it 3 times and placed it accordingly to the 3D blockout. Use the color balance to fit the color and curves to the lighting. I draw the shadows also accordingly to my 3D reference. And use multiply and tilt shift blur to give the nice fade out. Put some rock with a skeleton there, nothing special. Found a floor with some little rocks and bones, which was very good for when needed. Use exposure with a layer mask to divide it into parts to fake some steps. Duplicated the floor, then put on screen mode to highlight some parts. Then I used a mask to erase what I didn't need. Curves on the rock to match the light. Action figure is very important to give the viewer a sense of scale and of storytelling. In that case, this art is the moment when the hero managed to open up a crypt and find out what is inside. Using curves again to change the direction of the light on the wall to match better with the light source, and in that moment the image could be complete, with some touches here and there of course, but I wanted to make something more fantasy related, so I added a haze to make it less flat and tried some color and saturation to the image. Like, this is a note place, the moment the layer opens up the door, tons of dust will be flying around, so the haze makes sense to me. And to make that fantasy look really obvious, I green ground mist with some green spiritual energy of the people that fought and died there. I was not sure if I should add more green to the ground, but I did it anyway. More highlights, because highlights are always good. And this is the final result, after using the camera raw filter to do some color grading at the end. I hope you like this step-by-step kind of video. What do you prefer, speed art, step-by-step, tutorials? Let me know in the comments. See you on the next video.